Good morning. It's a Thursday. Prosperity for your soul. Prosperity for your soul. And I come every Thursday to kind of provoke you to great works, provoke you to do certain things in a certain way, because if you don't have anybody who is pushing you, sometimes procrastination can just bury you. Okay, so we have set up this 0730 academy to help you, jumpstart your life and also get you to your destination, or help you to actually push the things that you want to achieve. So Mondays, Revolta comes on, and Tuesday it is Dr. Sylvia. Wednesday we have left it as a market day for any of you who may want to actually do a presentation. And Thursday is always myself and other mentees that you'll be seeing very soon coming on, to kind of help us to get some understanding. And Friday is a health day, and we have Dr. Jackie. And so today, without further ado, I would love to quickly just delve into what we started last week. We are talking about goal setting, and the issue of goal setting, the issue of you aligning that which you want to achieve in the year has got many, factors that you have to have, or that you're supposed to uphold. One of the things that I want to encourage you in this year that you need to hold dearly, okay, as you are moving to, fulfill your gifting or whatever it is that you want to do, is always have a diary. I've emphasized this, I'm going to emphasize it again. I have two diaries in my office. I have diaries in my bedroom on my dressing table. I have a diary in the bathroom, in the toilet, because there are certain times when God begins to speak to me whilst I'm in the bathroom, and I'm able to document some things. Let me tell you something. Something that you document, something that you write. I know now we have phones, and it's all right, for you to write on the note, but there's something that is totally different when you are coordinating your mind with your hand and get to pen down the things that you want to achieve in the year. It is very important. So that will be in my opening remarks. I want to encourage you as your mentor. You need to always have a diary. Have a diary, small little one in your handbag. The same way you carry your makeup, that is the same way you should carry your diary. For men, also find ways. You've got all these laptop bags you move with. Always have a diary. So if you are with me and you have understood what I've said, please just go onto the chart and say yes, 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 yes. And please get yourself the diary. So in this diary, there are several things that I have penned down that I would love to just go through, because when you take time to write certain things, when you take time to document, there's going to be accountability because you have documented. So one of the things that I actually documented here was that I needed to complete the book in January. That's what I wrote in the book, like month end of January. Now, do you know the reason why I was able to kind of discipline myself or do certain things, to activate what I'd said? Because I had penned down. So when I went back to read some of the things that I wanted to achieve this particular year, I realized that I didn't meet up with the target. I had to look, through what were the causes. Because you see, this is your life. Okay, this is your life. And because it is your life, there is a way in which you need to get disciplined to ensure that you follow through some of the things that you said you are going to achieve in the year. And so when I saw that I haven't done what I was supposed to do, I had to interrogate myself. What is it that is causing me not to fulfill this particular goal? This is what I wrote. This is what I said I'm going to do. And I put the timeline, okay? By 30th, I would need to completely submit so that I can have the whole month of February, to get onto typesetting and everything. I'm just giving you an example of how you need to ensure that your goals are properly tabulated and you can put timeline. So you write a goal, okay, finishing boardroom to bedroom. Target, when will I finish? Okay, I'm going to finish by 30th of January. What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to ensure that every night I sit to answer some of the questions and interrogate every chapter to ensure that I complete and answer to the editors, questions and so on and so forth. And when I looked through, I realized I was not following what I said I should do. Are you listening to me? So I need to really, say it plain. I need to come to you because even I need mentorship. Even I need help. So I need to tell you that some of the things that I'm doing to help you, because some of you, the reason why you're not writing that book, the reason why you haven't gone back to school, it is basically procrastination. But then if you said and you've written in your diary, there is a way in which what you have written, you are able to go back. Okay, I say this is what I'm going to be doing. I was not doing that. What was the reason? Okay, what was the reason for me to do, for me not to do the things that I was supposed to be doing? What was the reason? I realized that I got myself too busy with a lot of things that I was doing. And in getting too busy with a lot of things that I was doing, I then saw which things are very, very important. Okay, which things are very, very important in my life. I looked, I looked through and I saw that some of the things I could actually, get some people to help me. I could actually delegate some of the things. And that is where you come up with what we call high paying activities. You've got to define, okay, I have failed to complete this. And because I failed to complete this, what am I supposed to do? You now begin to look at the high paying activities around all these things. Which things are high paying activities? Which things will help me, to actually give out or allow other people to do for me whilst I continue doing the things that I'm supposed to do? And then you actually get yourself now to see, okay, these are some of the things that I'm supposed. So I had to. There was a time that I would watch TV with my husband just for me to keep companionship, have a social life. I had to talk to my husband, said, look, I won't be sitting with you this time because there's something that I need to accomplish. And so I knocked out that particular thing. Okay, I'm not going to be watching this 1 hour thing which my husband likes watching just for me to keep company. I'm not so much of a movie person, not whatever, but I do certain things to compensate or for me to complement other areas of my life. Okay, other areas of my life. When you check through, you will see that many times in NLP, we teach what we call the wheel of life. In order for you to bring yourself in the space where you are aligned in the things that you are supposed to do, you need to check that everything that you are doing is actually in alignment. So I had to excuse myself. This is why in my book, one of the things that I have actually written is that as much as you need, there is a word called balance. You cannot actually balance. What I've said is that not to really fight the word, but what I have alluded to is that as much as at the back of your mind, you need to know that you need to look at every area of your life and ensure that you are attending to every area of your life. You need to know at some point one particular area is going to receive more attention. So I looked and I said, okay, family here is going to suffer a little bit because I am not going to be with family the way I'm supposed to be with family. So let me remove that part. Okay, so I've got 1 hour that I've knocked out to myself. And this 1 hour, what am I going to do? Every not wrong habit or everything that you want to remove, you need to replace it with what is priority. Did you hear that? You need to replace it with what is priority. And what is priority for me? What was priority? Because now it's in the past tense, because I have accomplished my goals. Okay, so what was priority for me was to complete the book. And because that thing was priority, I had now to replace. So that time I'm supposed to be watching TV. with my husband, which is part of family, and the things that I pour into family, I have now prioritized to put in this thing that I want to accomplish, which I was failing to accomplish because there were so many factors, fatigue, and my mind not really being in the best place. All right. Then the other thing that I had to look at was also the area of finances. Okay, finances. We looked at all those areas and we said, okay. So my husband said, look, in order for you to finish this particular book, it will be important for you to actually go for a holiday. So we are going to we are going to shoot two birds with one stone. Going for holiday is part of my rest and to recap my brain and bring it into the place where it is more effective and, being in that state where I can really think properly. Okay. But then we had to compromise on finances because at this particular time, we needed to now buy an air ticket. Okay, so air ticket, meaning our finances at that time, we have compromised. So, what you need to understand in life is that in order for you to achieve certain things, some of the things get to suffer. But even when they are suffering, you have it in the conscious of your mind for you to come and regroup yourself to kind of recalibrate your mind and leverage on what you have replaced with to come and cover up some of the things that you actually removed from yourself. So we removed part of the money that was not initially budgeted for. Okay, it was not initially budgeted for. So now we had to take part of the money and I got that air ticket. And now that fresh, listen to me, that refreshed mind that I had when I traveled to South Africa and I was alone, doing, writing the book and everything, it gave me a certain settlement within me that when I got back home, remember that family has suffered. Remember that finances had suffered. But then when I was, in South Africa, two things I did. My mind settled and I became more rested to come and be the best wife. Okay, you get what I'm saying? This is how you work your life. There's no time when time is waiting for you. There's no time when time is waiting for you. Okay, you need to know that time is moving, and therefore you need to be an all-rounder, and you need to ensure that whatever it is that you're doing has to come and support one particular thing. So listen, when I was now coming back home, that family part that I suffered for the time I was away, that 1 hour that I took off my time to be with Bishop, I became more effective. I want to dig deep right there. Okay, I want to dig deep right there because I'm a very practical teacher. I'm not here to tell you theory. I'm here to tell you practical things. Okay, so now what you need to understand is this. In NLP, again, there is what we call, energy that works on your neurons, okay, to produce positive energy. So when I'm coming back home, what I could have accomplished in 2 hours, I would now accomplish it in 1 hour because the energies that I have very high energy, and my key focus filters with the things I'm concentrating on. I have too much energy, so I am concentrating on my spouse with fresh mind. I'm concentrating in my bedroom with a fresh mind. I'm able to see, I think, let me shift the bed. Instead of this bed, being where it is always, where it has always been. Let me shift it. Let me do spring cleaning. Let me do what? So my brain now comes into that space where I am able to actually bring in a little more because I've got so much energy. Remember, I compromised a few things in my bedroom. I compromised a few things with my relationship with my spouse. When I come back, I am coming back with a certain energy that 1 hour thing that is supposed to be 1 hour, it is as though it is 2 hours. Do you get what I'm trying to say? If you are hearing me, please say yes, yes, yes. If you can hear what I'm saying, if you've gotten the point that I'm trying to bring out. Okay, so now here is another thing. Remember that finances also, we had to get the ticket. So we went into the finances, and so that particular part of our financial discipline or whatever also suffered. But let me tell you something. The suffering of of those finances for the period that we took an air ticket, it is going to be repaid. It is going to be repaid, not even with the amount that we took out, the 10,000 for the air ticket. It is going to get more, because when now this book is finished and we place it on sale, part of the money that is going to be made is going to cover up, because it now becomes a stream of income. When it becomes a stream of income, listen to me, this is very important, because some of you, it is because you have myopic thought process. This is why you are lazy. This is why you think somebody has to beat a drum for you to do certain things. But when you focus in the future and see something in the future and begin to concentrate and build energy of what accomplishing whatever it is will bring to you, there is a way in which your energy will drive you, and you're not going to be oversleeping. Here is another thing. Remember, it is family. And I'm compromised on my family, because as I'm doing this whole thing, I'm not spending most of my time with my family. There are certain things that I'm not doing with my family. But let me tell you what else I've done to actually compensate my family. What is going to happen is that this particular stream of income that is going to come, I'm able to now take maybe 10 days holiday with my family to eat what they want to eat, to buy what they want to buy. Who doesn't want such a parent? Who wouldn't want to vouch for such a parent? Who wouldn't want to support such a parent? So, do you know that some of the things that you are doing now, some of the things that you seemingly are suffering or sacrificing, there is something that, as you pay the price now, there is a harvest. That is what we are calling balancing. Balancing, it is not a pendulum of, 50-50. When I'm thinking like this, then this, that. No. Balancing is where you can have, a future thought process, a future, goal that you have set, and you say, okay, this area is not working the way I want it to work, but as I'm doing this, it is going to come back to compensate and complement this particular area. So you see what I've done? It is now written in the archives of the bloodline of my family, in the archives of the bloodline of my children, forever, even when I die. What I am doing, what I have done this time, listen to me, it is going to outlive me. I will still be speaking beyond the tombstone. My voice will still be educating people beyond the tombstone. What are you doing that will remain here on earth? What investments are you putting in that will bring a pendulum to come and balance up the time that you actually thought you spent? Some of you, what you're supposed to do now, listen, what you're supposed to do now is get an investment and invest in your brand. Some of you, all you may want to do now is to do that honors, is to do that MBA. That is what you need to do. And listen to me, it'll seem like it is inconveniencing. And you look at the time, oh my God, doing a degree is 3-4 years. But let me tell you, whether you do the 3 years school or you do not do, 3 years will pass. No one is waiting for you. 3 years will pass. So whether you postpone it or whether you do it, there is 3 years that is going to pass. And some of your friends, that 3 years, they are going to celebrate. They are going to speak into their future, because what they will gain, the certificate they'll gain, the gown they wear, will speak on their behalf. So, what am I saying? I am talking about being smart in the things that you are doing. I am talking about you being intentional in the things that you are doing. I am talking about commitment. I'm talking about commitment. Okay, I'm talking about commitment. This morning, the trousers that I'm wearing right now was not fitting. It was not fitting. I was almost giving it away. I like it because it's a suit. It's got a jacket also. I love it. It's a black, but it's got all these like rose flowers, within the trousers. I wanted to give it as oh, these trousers, but then it was tight. It was tight on me because I'd put on weight. But let me tell you, the investment, of course, there was prayer and fasting that we have been doing. And as we've been doing that prayer and fasting, but also I was exercising, I have transitioned into another 50 days of, lifestyle fasting or soft life fasting. In other words, it's as and when I want. Let me tell you something. As I was buttoning up the trousers, as I was entering in it, and the feeling within me, the investment that I put in, looking at the feeling that I have today, the way I'm feeling because of the way the trousers is fitting me and how I'm feeling. My friend, you can never compare to the sacrifice I put in. The feeling is way, way above. I am feeling youngish. I am feeling, you have no idea. You can almost touch the feeling, the way I'm feeling. So, in short, what I'm saying, that which you want to achieve, you need to pay a price. You need to invest time. You need to starve yourself. Like there are times where I want to do a post on the social media platforms. Okay. I want to do a post on the social media platforms. I am crazy busy that I have starved myself from being, on social media. This is why this that I'm talking, the things that I'm talking about, going forward, I want, because I'm waiting for an individual can anchor me, okay, like anchor my post, you know, extract what I'm saying and put it in writing. If that is not happening, I would rather invest in an app that can transcribe, invest in an app that can, can write for me. That is life. That is why high paying activity, instead of me sitting to be typing a lot of data that comes out of my mouth, typing it, now high paying activity may mean that I need to invest in certain gadgets that can help me to actually do certain things faster. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I love caring for my own bedroom. I love it so much. It is a department that I enter with so much reverence. It is something that I do with everything within me. This is why no helper enters my bedroom, because that is a high sanctuary for me. That is a place of just like my office. There's something I feel around my office. There's a way when I enter my office, there's a way I feel. My mind gets position is the same. So you know what I had to do? I had to invest in a washing machine. I also have a dryer, because all I want is to remove my own bed sheets. Okay, remove them from the bed. I want to have a touch. I want to be committed. I want to invest, because it is part of my investment for my marriage. It is part of my investment to for there's a uniqueness, there's a unique connection I have with my husband, that we make the bed together. And that's the time we share dreams, because time is not with us. We don't have time where we are just sitting and say, ha ha. So what was and we are sitting? We have to bring in, shoot, deal with two birds with one stone. So the time we have agreed, when we are making the bed, we have a conversation. And there are times when you say, but I am a best no kulamba. For me, it's not about kulamba. I don't want to actually see dirty bed sheets. For me, it is that we slept there. How is it that when we go to a hotel, we always want them to change bed sheets? Why? And how does it make you feel when you go to a hotel and you find they are using the same bed sheets, the same towel? How do you feel? So that same feeling, I had to bring and adopt that idea, and I brought it in my home, and to treat my bedroom as a five-star room. That is the only room I pay attention to. Like seriously so. Okay. So now, in high pain activity, instead of me washing, because I used to wash like that, I had now, it is throw in into a washing machine, throw in those bed sheets. I want to be in contact with them. I don't like the way helpers treat certain things. So I'm the one, it's a button, it's a quick thing. Pa, ta, water, thing, soap, star soft, what, pa. Things are washing themselves. The only thing that she'll do for me, which I don't like, is hanging and removing things from the line and ironing. Yeah, that one Bishop likes ironing. I don't. The smell, I don't like it. So, but then I can do it. In short, I'm giving you these several examples because somehow you need to be an all-rounder person. You need to try your level. Do not let any department of your life to suffer. Do not let any department of your life to be compromised. Always have this intentionality. Be committed to your life. Tell yourself 1 week, I will try my level best to show up and do exercises. At least I'll do on Wednesday or I'll do on Friday. Or I can join the whole week because 30 minutes is not bad to take out of my life. If anything, when I jump, in the morning and I do those exercises, my brain cells, become very, very active. My body becomes light, and therefore I'm dedicating. Do I have 48 hours? No. I also have 24 hours, but I'm just disciplined, and there is a way in which I hate procrastination. I hate procrastination. If you want to frustrate me, if you want to irritate me, do not respect my time. If you don't respect my time, then you are going to manage probably to frustrate me. I'm a timekeeper. I was here by 6:30. I came here 6:30. You know why? Because coming from my home, if you snooze, you will take 2 hours. You will find jam-packed, especially with school runs now. So wisdom entails that I leave home at 6. That is wisdom. And I drive, I can even close my eyes because there's one, two, three, four cars that are thinking like me. There's one, two, three, four people that are reasoning like me. And I hit the road, come here, freshen up, make myself a cup of coffee, do what. I'm ready to talk to all of you. I've been sitting here just waiting for time. Now, that is commitment. That is commit. You think this thing will show up every 7:30? Try it. Try to show up 7:30 every day and see if see if it to be part of wasting time. Let me tell you, it calls for commitment. It calls for intentionality. You've got to be intentional in the things that you do. So lo and behold, my book is done. Lo and behold, I have seeded something beyond the tombstone. Lo and behold, I am now, appearing a little more rested to my spouse. Oh, lo and behold, finances are about to hit my account as we launch the book. Lo and behold, are you seeing what I'm talking about here? So now, you who have been forever saying, I want to write a book. I want to write a book. Oh, when I'll have time. You will never have time. There is no time that is seated where you need to come and withdraw. No, you need to move with time. And all of you are listening to me. The other best thing that you can do is pre-order. You know what pre-order does? Pre-order is a celebration of the author. Pre-order is the plugging in to the author. Pre-order is saying, my friend, well done. Pre-order is saying, look, I'm here to support you. Pre-order is saying, look, I want to be part of the people that will print the first batch. That is also an investment and an encouragement. If you are even a mentee, there is a way in which a mentor pays attention to you if you are available. Finally, I would like to talk about the Real Woman Summit. As you all know, April, okay? April is when I was born. I was born on the 17th of April. And now for 5 years, I have been denying myself of cakes, denying myself of being the center of attraction. And I've been going out of my way to sponsor. The first year, I had to launch it. Second year, I honored the fathers of the land. Third year, I honored the mothers of the land. This is budget. There was a time I wanted to buy land. I had to take all that money and I had to pay. The fourth year, I had to give away 1,000 copies of Transitioning to the Courts of Heaven. The fifth year, we did boardroom to bedroom, and I had to host, teams from Malawi, teams from South Africa. I paid for their accommodation. I paid for their food. It's an investment for celebration of my birthday. This year, I would like you to partner with me as I am launching, another, and as I'm launching the book. And this year, I want you to at least seed into it. Support me by advertising, just letting others, because when I put up these conferences, you know that you come out of that 2 days loaded. We have several people coming from far that, I've invited to come over and just come and, add to what we are already hearing, things that are already here. All what you can do is to support me by advertising. Number two, you can also buy tickets. You can support me by saying, look, I'm going to invest 10 tickets. They are only 650 with food inclusive for the 2 days. It's basically paying for food, just a little bit, that will go into the whole. Otherwise, most of it goes to the food that you'll be eating, because I don't want people to be hungry for the 2 days. That is what you can do to celebrate. Celebrating my birthday means you anchor me. Come up, help me, ideas on how I can make this thing a memorable. That is relationship. That you are looking to be a special mentee. It is when you position yourself and come in to be a strength in your mentor's life. That is where you are noticed. Not all this thing where you see me, I'm hosting this conference, you are just watching me at a distance and clapping for me. That's my mentor. That is my mentor. Yet there is no form of support in any way. You can never inconvenience yourself. When I do inconvenience myself to try my level best and partner with you. So the dates are 12th to 13th of April, because 17th is falling the following week on I think on Wednesday or Thursday, something like that. So I take it a week before. So 12th and 13th of April, please mark your calendar. Please, I would love your support. I'm seeking for your support in different ways of what you can ever think to support me. So do have an amazing Thursday. Thank you so much. I love you all, and thank you for showing up all the time when I come with prosperity for your soul. Shalom, shalom.